Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is a Stitch Too Far and I'm here to show you what I have been stitching on for the past few weeks. It's Sunday afternoon, so this is kind of a spur of the moment thing. I thought it was about time for another video and I'm feeling good and I have time, so better hop on. So of course I don't have any notes or anything. Let's see how long this will take. I hope you are doing well. I hope you are enjoying your weekend or stitching during the evening or whenever you watch this. And I'm just going to share with you what I've been working on and what I have purchased in the past few weeks. So I have two finishes. I worked on the biscornu that I showed you in my previous video. The pattern is a bit tattered by now, but it's an Etsy store named Rainburst Embroidery and they have a lot of biscornus, and I have picked this one to start, and I picked my own color scheme and finished it I think last weekend, and here it is. I'm really happy with it. I had these blue beads to put in the center and I'm really proud of how this turned out. They provide finishing instructions for biscornu in the pattern, as well as a link to a website with more detailed instructions. But since it wasn't my first time, it didn't take me a lot of research to figure out what I was doing, so yeah, pretty happy with this. This is supposed to be a gift for someone, so now I can definitely give it away. And next thing I worked on is I promised I would make an ornament for someone, and I thought I'd better get that started before I forget or I run out of time. So I don't know if you know this book. It's from Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. It's pretty well known. You can usually find it in thrift stores or online. And I picked these angels, and you can stitch them as a complete piece, or you can stitch the angels as ornaments individually, and that's what I did. I picked one of the angels and I tried to use the recommended floss colors for it, but it also recommended a lot of blended threads with filament, granic filament I think, and I had some of those but not all of those, so I just substituted those sparkly colors with my own stash, and this is my result. Oh yeah, and I changed the skin color to a darker person, and I used Lord Lipidan's skin color conversion charts for that. I will link his website below. I'm really happy. It's supposed to be backstitched all the way, but I just didn't think it was necessary, so all I did was backstitch the candles so they stood out a bit more. Okay. What else? I started something new on the 19th for the Representation Matters sale on Instagram. I think there's a Facebook announcement of it as well. A few of the people that make floss tubes took that initiative. I think at least EJ Creates and Michelle and Diana It is Kismet and a lot more took that initiative, and it's fun. It's just a stitch along to celebrate diversity and inclusion in cross stitch. So you are invited to work on something that you either convert to a darker skinned person or pick a pattern that has darker skinned people on it, or another way of celebrating diversity. So I looked through my stash, and I had this book by Brenda Keyes, and I saw this one, which is inspired by a Matisse painting, and I really like that one, and so I decided to start this for the sale. And again, I think you should be able to find the book on eBay or maybe even in store. I don't know if it's out of print or not, but I made a start, and this is how far I got. So the bottom leg, and here's the start of one arm, and these two are the feet. So yeah, got a good start on this. This is a fabric by R&R, Reproductions, Plum Street something. Plum Street blend. It's a 36 count, and I'm just using a regular DMC. And I picked up one of my whips, and I forgot my pattern, so I might include a picture here of the design. If not, then but this is what I have been working on as well. This is my long necked tortoise by Ross Originals. You can see a bit of my husband, the fish above him. But basically what I've been doing is during stitch sessions I've been filling in some of his color and working on his outline in black as well. This is starting to get closer to a finish, so I'd like to work on this a little bit more this week and see how far I get. There's still, all this has to be filled in as well, so there's still a lot of stitching to do. But I absolutely love this. And the color of the fabric is washing out a bit. It's much more, gosh, it's hard to describe the green. Yeah, this is more like the actual color of the fabric. So it washes out when I hold it close. Yeah, that's it. I have had some purchases, but they're not, well, they are stitchy related. Like many of you, the last few weeks I have been working on my awareness of racism and discrimination in my own country as well as in the world, and working on ways of recognizing it and doing something about it. That means that I've been reading a lot, and I'm gonna have to get up because I need my tablet. So there are some books that I purchased, but I also purchased 2 charts from a Dutch seller named Stitchonomy. I will link her shop below. She had like a 1 week sort of activity where if you purchase designs from her website, she would donate the proceeds to an American Black Lives Matter cause, and how do you say it? Additionally, she would herself donate to a Dutch cause in the amount of what she purchased. That was an awesome idea, so I purchased 2 patterns from her site. I will try and find their PDF patterns, so I don't have them. I will try and find the pictures and edit them in. If I don't, then I didn't edit them in. Before last time we saw each other, I was going away for a little short break, and on that break I went to a little shop and I found this beautiful scarf that I don't want to keep from you. It's huge and absolutely love it. It's embroidered. I don't know if you can tell, but and I really love it. It's really soft and it will be very nice to wear in the winter. So yeah, really happy with that. And now on to reading. I have been reading, last time we spoke I recommended White Fragility, which I had recently finished. Another book that came to mind that I read a while ago, but I still would like to recommend again. Let's see, where is it? I have to go back in my history for a bit because it's been a while. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Stony the Road by Dr. Henry Louis Gates Jr. This is a book about sorry. Sorry, press start by accident. This is basically about the history of African Americans from Reconstruction until basically the rise of Jim Crow. It was very educational. I learned a lot from it. The reading was excellent, and I can only recommend this if you are interested in learning more about African American history and the struggles that they have been in. Then I'm actually reading an ebook. This is the first time I'm reading an ebook, but that's because they didn't have it in audiobook. Which is in Dutch. So for those in the Netherlands or who can read Dutch, who are interested, or maybe you can find this in English as well, I don't know. This is by Anusha Nzumi, and it's a book about, basically about her experiences as a person of color in the Netherlands. It's about allyship and about specific Dutch struggles, including the whole Black Pete debate, which I have mentioned before. Well, it's not a debate, it's just racism, but it still continues to stir the people's different opinions. But yeah, definitely recommend this. It's great. It's every chapter closes with a series of recommended readings and videos, online videos that you can watch. Every chapter has some questions or exercises for you to think about from your own white privilege perspective. So that is, yeah, I can definitely highly recommend this to any Dutch-speaking person who is interested in learning about discrimination. Then there was, I don't know if it was this week or last week, but there was a week-long push on social media to ask people to purchase books by Black authors to promote more visibility for Black authors in the bestseller lists. And I did a bit of research and I found that, you know, it doesn't matter which country you are, there are always bestseller lists that you can try and influence in that way. So I had a bit of a closer look at which bookstores were actually either benefiting the Black Lives Matter cause or in general the cause for getting more money to authors. And I found a website which I will link below in the Netherlands that offers at least support to authors on getting more money from their book sales. So I purchased 2 books from them in Dutch. So again, because the books that I bought are about one of our former colonies, Suriname, and one of the things I realized, and I am embarrassed to admit, is that I had very little knowledge of our colonial history, especially in the Caribbean area. I did know more about Indonesia than I know about Suriname and our Caribbean islands. So I am going to try and make up my lack of knowledge by a few books that were highly recommended by several people, including this one by Anton de Kom, Slaven van Suriname. This book is recommended by several organizations that work in the field of Black Lives Matter in the Netherlands, so I don't see why I shouldn't recommend it then, or shouldn't read it. And then this one was also on one of the lists. This is by Tessa Tessa Leo, Leusha, sorry. And this is about, as well, Suriname from her family's perspective. So I'm going to be interested to read that as well. And that's what I think I have been reading. I have a few things on my wish list to purchase, but my money this month has run out with signing petitions and donating, and so I'm gonna wait till next month. If you want to share anything about your journey in learning and maybe recommend some sites or books, please leave a comment. I will always be interested to know. So that's basically it. Short and sweet, and that's enough time for me to try and upload and edit, maybe today. So I'm probably going to be back in 2 or 3 weeks, and until then I wish you well. I hope you stay well and stay safe and be responsible and be aware and stitch, basically. Bye guys.